Nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers, you got your two favorite people here coming right at you. You got Crypto McKell and myself, Nemesis. What's going on, everybody? I see we got Sadie. She is first. She got the first. She's dropping in those FAs hot and heavy. Not once, but twice, man. She got it twice. And then we got Tech Man. We got Tains. What's going on? All my favorite people. OGs over here, man. I'm just saying.
OG, triple OGs over there.
Right. Oh, we got Dan the Dude in the house.
Oh, snaps. Dan the Dane. Hope you're doing well, dude.
And I guess he's got some kind of a hot spot going on because he's supposed to be in Poland or something like that right now.
Yep.
So hope that it shows that my home dog over there is doing good because he's sitting here chit-chatting with all of us, so he's got to be safe. That's a good thing.
Right. I mean, you'd imagine.
Right. So going on, we got Jason the Tiger Osborne going. Sorry, dude. Don't shoot me. I'm late. I'm here. It's all good. It's all good, man.
What's up?
I know that man came onto my stream and then like dropped some donos on me. I was like, oh man, you fucking rock, dude.
Dan the Dane?
Yeah, Dan Dade's good for that. He's
DD.
Awesome. Right. But as you guys are sliding on in here, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, guys. Do not forget to smash that lizardy like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. As we go on into things, it's like, what do you think about the U.S. like graphically blocking China with the what is it, the 4090Ds that were supposed to be a cut down 4090 that was supposed to be earmarked directly for China?
They said, no.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, no, you can't do that. No. They do not want to give them like it's like they don't want to give them any kind of way to be able to reverse engineer ray tracing and the AI development, because the black market doesn't exist somehow. And there's no other way of getting these same very GPUs into China. There's no way possible. I love the US's like thought process on that. Where like,
I wish we could super chat Dan Dane, but not on this channel.
Yeah, we're not the cool kids over here.
We're cool kids on our own channels.
Right.
And then we're collectively cool, but it's just like too cool.
Right, it's too cool
for
in
school.
one spot, right at this point, it's just too much greatness here.
Apparently, yeah. No, we applied and then we were able to reapply, but then they changed the requirements up. So now we only like adhered to half of them. So now our
watch hours. We need many watch hours.
The watch hours are
holding us up.
Way down.
We're getting up there.
We're getting there.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. But with like trading content like not being around right now, and like some of the other shows aren't on right now, it drops the watch hours because there's less stuff being put up. So it doesn't help. That's for sure. Work in progress. Let's see.
Like,
Yeah, no, I did see that they were, GPU blocking, but
I
I
know
don't
it's
know.
like it's like a weird situation that the U.S. is kind of getting themselves into. They're trying to dictate a free market, and the free market will find a way. Whether it's through the black market, but the black market is truly the free market at this point. I mean, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly. It is a true free market.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people forget that you can, like me and you, can operate a website and actually sell legitimate goods that you would never have to worry about, right? But because, let's say, we don't want to get licensed so that it's a verified website, it now becomes basically black market stuff. Even though you got a legitimate product and you're not ripping anybody off, there are legitimate people on the dark web that are just kind of, hey, I just rather operate in the fringe.
We need 3,000, and we are it's 1,800. So
I thought it
a
was
little over
4,000.
halfway. It says 3,000.
Wow. Because I remember for a while it said 4,000. I was like, maybe they changed it again because they were like, bro, it takes forever when you're a new channel to even remotely. Because, like, once you get the ads pushed onto your channel, YouTube will start slowly promoting your channel in the algorithm a little bit more.
Yep. Yeah. Why? Seen it.
Oh god, we just, like, the wife said she saw her first mosquito. It was like 40 degrees out. She saw a
3,000.
mosquito. I've seen little gnats, and I'm like, we just got done with snow.
Right.
Great for mining. Nice, cool weather. Oh,
I love Rusty's crypto channel. Mine North says, Nim, you're a little quiet.
am I quiet today?
I mean, I think you're fine.
Huh.
You're not yelling like you.
You can hear the wife back there. And she's further away than I am. Unless he's just saying, I'm just being quiet because I'm like looking at shit right now.
No, I heard her clear as day.
Right, so that's
why I was
definitely
laughing.
not a. And Dan's like, you never quiet. Unless he's just saying, man, is there something wrong with me personally? Because I'm not saying anything.
That's funny.
No.
That's a good one.
Just kind of going through it, man. I did a whole bunch of gardening today, dude. I tilled up 8.
Trying to pull up some.
I tilled up 8 new garden beds that are probably about, give or take, about 6 feet long.
Oh,
and
there, I got something for you.
Huh?
This is, yeah, you're not saying much. Oh, yeah. He's wore out.
Oh, God,
I got something for you here.
What's up?
So, have you seen the Elysium box from Gold Shell? Are you aware of this?
I'm aware of it. I haven't seen it, though. Not yet.
It's about $11,000 for a box miner. Like the little tiny box miners.
Wow.
360 gigahash for 180 watts. Really like really great and efficient for what it is. Now, I had someone ask me this morning on my channel if they think that it was a good buy. My immediate answer was no. Uh, but I would love to know what your answer is. This is the first Leafy Masic, okay? So just
Right.
keep that in mind.
So I mean, it would be one of those things of what's the viable return on that? Because like you're not looking at ROI. You gotta you have to take the emotional disconnect and go, okay, am I gonna get a reasonable rate of return for locking my capital up into a device, right? Because basically you're purchasing a busybody. And is that busybody gonna make it worth you purchasing it? And you said for $11,000.
From the resellers, I think it's about $11,000. Yeah.
So it at $11,000, you know,
Mm.
how can I put it? Like, it better be able to make
Yeah, it's $9,000 from Gold Shell. They're sold out, so you can't buy them. So the only way to buy them is through a reseller, which is going to cost you about 11,000.
Right. So $11,000 because the resellers put the pre-orders in first. So you're gonna get
Yep.
it. You're gonna get scalped right off the top. Really nice. So I mean,
Super
but
nice.
$11,000. I mean, it depends on what the actual return per month is.
Too rich for my blood. Hold on, I'm
You
pulling
know,
that up for you. Literally in the middle of doing that. I thought they already had it listed, but they don't.
So the gold shell Elysium box 122.26 a day. So
My opinion is it's not worth it.
so that's gonna be
Granted, because this is the first ASIC that is coming
right. It's
out.
gonna be first gen stuff. So
Soon, well, not even that, not even first gen, but just wait until Bitmain drops the big boy ASIC and puts that thing in the freaking dirt, and you'll never recoup that $11,000.
The only way that
Or
you can
Gold
do
Shell
it,
themselves, release the bigger ASIC, and that also is, putting it in the dirt and making it, do maybe $10-20 a day for a while, and then it's going to be like the KS Pro, and now you're doing a couple bucks a day because the bigger ASICs are now in the network and flooding the network.
right.
I don't think it's worth it. I think it's a terrible
I
buy.
mean,
Even at nine thousand
so
dollars,
it
I think it's an
depends. It
absolute
depends
terrible buy.
on if Bitmain tries to clobber it before people can get their hands on the gold shell one.
Later
And
the other day, and safe safe. See you soon, buddy.
so
I seen you dumped information, but it got deleted, and as rightfully it should have, because we don't need that. But I don't need that information, dude. You're good. Take care of yourself.
yep, for sure. But I mean,
As the non-tiered difficulty adjustment, I think they call it proof of less work. Yes.
I would almost sit there and say this
Yeah,
kind of
tiered.
depends.
Yeah.
It depends on if Bitmain decides to clobber this network and how long until they do it.
Oh, I
Because
mean,
even
Bitmain and Ice River have already been in the works of making and
right,
it
just depends on how quickly they roll out. So
I said
let's
you're still
say-
very quiet, so maybe it is just your volume's down or something. I mean, I'm not talking very loud, so if you're quiet,
I'll bump
it's
myself
definitely
up
not me.
I bump myself up just a little bit here.
But yeah, I think it's terrible buy, for the price point, especially when we know that the bigger ASICs are going to do triple the hash rate, regardless of the wattage, but they'll do
So
more hash rate, and
let's calculate
yeah,
it like this. So let's say the first gen gold shells, they're the only ones out, right? So you're talking about, let's say, $120 a day is what you're gonna make on this thing. Okay,
and no
right?
one has them yet.
Let's
Like
just
they
say
were
this.
just released.
Let's just say that they're this.
Delivery date is May 2024. That is the current delivery date.
So let's say everybody gets it. This stays steady, right? Let's just like for argument's sake, right? 120 times that by 30, right? So technically, if you got it directly from from Gold Shell themselves, right, for the $9,000, right?
Can you imagine the tariffs on that?
And right,
For a single box miner, just a little box miner.
but you would in 2 months, if Bitmain and Ice River hold off for 2 months, you would make $7,200 in total if the $120,000 line holds.
Yeah, I
So
just don't see it.
I'm like, from that, but you would have to get it directly from now.
Even
Let's
then, you
say
gotta
you
wait
get
all the way until May to get it. So I mean, from April just started. We still got the whole month to
it's
so for
just kind
now
of which
another
way you're
provider to
willing
be
to
like,
get
oh
it.
yeah, here we go.
It just depends on which way you're willing to gamble with it.
Yeah.
If you're willing to gamble at the side of, you're gonna you'll be able to get 2 solid months before any of the big bad boys come out. You're golden, right? Let's say you get 1 month, and then and the first gen Bitmains come out. You go from 122 a day to, let's say, 40 a day. Right now you're going to hold out at that price line until the next big batch comes out. So maybe it's another month. So then it starts to kind of get a little shaky, and then you're talking about you almost got a significant yield back from your initial investment before the network gets dominated. But if you get
Right.
2 months, you're golden. So it just really depends on how close everybody else is. And it's like, who's going to be the first person to leak that they're that close to be able to launch? Because like if I go here, if I go to Bitmain, is it on their site? Do they have it on their site yet?
Or like a lithium? No.
You see, that's what like makes it nice, because it's like they're not
No
even
one
hinting.
else has put anything publicly or released anything. It's only been we're developing. Or that was only words from Ice River. Ice River said they're developing. Bitmain has not said, I don't think they even said anything.
They might not, because it's got to be profitable enough for that their bigger clients are going to want it. I think they would be for the little guy. Somebody like myself, I can order from Bitmain, and it's not a big deal. It's just I'm a secondary to their main core business,
Right.
Whenever I was buying all those E3 ant miners, man, Bitmain loved me.
Lisa, buy another. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it, especially being first generation and the fact that it's a box miner at 180 watts. You know, as soon as a bigger ASIC comes out, it's gonna be a lot, and there'll be a lot more of them, and the network will be super dense. So I just don't think it's worth it, especially at that price point. Like that's just astronomical
Like, what do you think of
for a
the mini
for a
Doge?
box miner.
What do you think of like the mini Doge or the other like or your um little gold shells that you've got?
Okay, so I mean, yeah, but those were only like $300, $180, not 9 to 11 grand
Right.
for a box miner, just because they're the first to market and they beat the punch, so they're getting set the price point. Uh, I I don't know, man. Plus the fact that the mini doge just came out. There's already been ASICs on Litecoin's network. Like they weren't coming into the game to change the game. They were just coming in as a home mineable like ASIC. That was
Right.
their point. That was the point of all of the other boxes. So this box is still that, but just at a crazy price point. Like I can just imagine what the price will do once the bigger ASICs come out and they'll like drop the price by like a half or more. I'm like, oh yeah, here, sorry. First movers advantage.
Right. And
You
it's
know,
like
that's where I'm at. That's where I just can't. That's where I can't do it. That's where I say no.
it's a gamble for anybody pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Whenever they start releasing miners at these price points, you really do isolate your customer base from it, because it's like we have higher inflation, people are already struggling, and there's already and people are looking at making a small investment into a miner is a better opportunity for them for investing into their future. And it's like you raise that bar of entry up too high, and you take out
Right.
all the core people that would be normally looking at those devices. That's the only thing I don't agree with on the price. I had no idea that they would be like gouging it so hard like that. It's like I would be surprised if those gold shells costed them any more than like the mini doges. That I mean I would just be curious to know what their true research and development price and how many units that they would have to produce and sell in order to have that reasonable rate of return on their initial upfront investment. I mean, I get it that it's a business and they got upfront capital that they're shelling out, but it's got to be at a reasonable rate. I mean, we're not full blown bull market here where you can sit there and be like, yeah, I can sit there and have you mine on a potato and it's going to make you a ridiculous amount of coinage. And it's like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, you're going to scalp it because it's like you could sit there and just throw an ASIC at any coin and it's going to shoot off to the moon during a bull run. And then you get those people who are foolish enough to buy hardware during a bull run. Those bull run mining facilities usually go bankrupt the moment that the market pulls back, because they took out these loans in order to get those miners. And that's basically what they're going to end up doing to people is the people are going to be pulling loans out to get these things. And it's like, and from that standpoint, I also agree with Mikkel on this. It's like, for the price point, not worth it if you're going to have a bigger company that's going to come out with a much larger scaled ASIC miner before you can get yours out to market, or they launch it right around the same time. So none of your customers really get that return rate that would warrant a $9,000 upfront cost.
What the Bitmain costs? Probably a lot. 20, 30K. Probably.
Yeah. And watching these ASICs, like on how much money that they're trying to take for this stuff, and it's like, guys, this is not bull run. Like I totally
Well,
get
imagine
it.
what they are going to cost.
During
bull
a
run.
fucking bull, oh my god, dude, they're already losing their minds.
Some of these
with
Casp
this.
ASICs going to be like 100K.
Yeah, easy. And it's like, who the hell can come up with that kind of money? It's like monopoly money at that point.
Yeah, fingers crossed, Tech Man. I definitely didn't get back out. Or I did, but I didn't get in the direction of a gas station with a lottery ticket.
Right? It's like, I hope everybody that tries to play the lottery, I hope the best. Hope the best. Oh man. But to see that the Antminer KS5 Pro pulling in the big dog on K heavy hash at $126 a day. That is just insane. And that's with 12 cents a kilowatt hour. Most people that are going to be grabbing that kind of, they're usually like what? Like you could probably say on an average, like what, 3.5 cents per kilowatt hour, give or take.
Usually.
At those rates, wow, it doesn't actually change too much. It's like about $130 a day for a KS5 Pro. I was actually expecting to see it hit a little bit harder than that, but I guess not. But you're paying freaking $32,000, so I mean, you're not talking the average person being able to afford this. God, I wish I could have like 3.5 cents per kilowatt hour. God, a lot of stuff's still profitable.
Don't we all?
Oh my God. Profitable in a silicon. a profitable jazz miner X4Q at like 3 cents per kilowatt hour. Holy crap. But what's something that's not profitable at that on this list? The gold shell library coin box is where you start losing money. So the T9 Plus at 3.5 cents a kilowatt hour. Oh no, those are still making money, but just barely. Okay, never mind. What's the first one here with the negative? An E3 at 3 cents a kilowatt hour. You cannot make money with an E3 Antminer. Holy crap.
How much is the Q they say yet? I don't think they've said yet. Yeah, I don't know what they've said.
God, I know people that are still running the Antminer Z9s. I always ask them, I'm like, why? I'm kind of curious on this. Like, I've been kind of watching this 4090D and going, huh, I wonder what makes it different all the way around, like performance wise. Like, how well does it mine? And is it cheaper? Which really
Yeah,
hasn't been a whole.
they don't have it listed yet.
I haven't been on Gold Shell website in a hot minute. They got a watch. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Oh wow, they're really trying to keep that mini Doge going, man. And mini Doge 3.
It's the hash rate of the watch. The watch doesn't have hash rate.
No. It's like just like a big. It's like it's got like tickers on it. I mean, if it hashed, I would get it for the lulz. Just for the knobs and mems.
Doing it for the memes.
Currently only available in the U.S. due to shipping limitations. So this is obviously a U.S. Yeah, this is obviously a U.S. company offering this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you order this with your miner, you get a discount. Goes from 69 giggity to 49 if you order a miner and this watch.
At the same damn time.
Right?
It's gonna be basically $8,400, huh? For the X44Q. Jeez. That's so much hash rate though.
It's like, I love my mini Doge. We all have that soft spot on for our mini doges. I mean, I'm running mine. Might not be for very long, but they are running for right now. I was running it in the back bathroom to get a little heat back there, but as soon as it starts getting warm, I'm gonna turn those off. They're fun and all, but yeah, they don't make money. not residential power.
It was at 7.8 gigahashes on ETC hash for 780 watts. 7.8 gigahashes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That like lays the smackdown on what I was doing. I mean, I'm
It's like
mining
giant PP energy, and that's just the Q. The P, which is like the powerful version, like, bro, like, it's wild. Trying to see if I can find it.
I mean, like for an at-home miner, I mean, Mikkel can attest to a vast majority of what I've done, and I was running a ton of gigahash on a Titium Classic.
Yeah, not me.
There was like my hash rate, and those that were above me were freaking farms. I mean, like there was like that cutoff right at my hash rate. It was like me and like a couple of like a few other people around the world where we were kind of battling at that top spot. Because after that, it was people with giant PP energy. Their EP their EP is much bigger than mine.
Does 23.4 gigahashes for 2,340 watts.
Oh. And here I was like freaking thinking I was doing amazing with my E3 ant miners, that getting them to run at like 200 mega hash for 700 watts for 200 mega hash.
Yeah, let's see if I can make this start.
And then my GPUs weren't even like getting that at all.
Here's the P. Here's the Q.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh, that is like way better than whenever I was mining on Ethereum Classic. Crap.
Jazzminer.com is a scam, I think. I mean, that's from Nico himself, who works for Jazzminer. This link came from his Twitter page. So I don't think it's a scam. But that's Jazz-Miner, if that's what you're saying. This is just Jazzminer. Yeah, it is wild, man. You're saying about 8,400 bucks for the Q. So with the dash in there, yeah, the site that I'm on does not have a dash in there, like, at all. But I got this site from Nico, who works for Jingle Mining. So I would assume that that link is good.
Jingle mining, is reputable.
Yeah, the what I was on wasn't a site. It wasn't selling them. It was their news article. Just a news article. It was just them unveiling it. But yeah. Make sure you get it from viable sites, but they're also not Brazil yet, so they for sure not a thing. Yep. So yeah, good looking out, Tech Man. I ain't buying it regardless. It's too expensive for my blood.
A lot of this stuff is like now just like big boy playgrounds. It's like, yeah, you just took it out of your home miner's hands. Your average consumer doesn't have a used car amount of money just laying around.
Yep. I want one, but ouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you win the lottery, Tech Man.
Right, 100%, yeah. And then you can get one for me and Mikkel, and we'll test it. You know, it'll be awesome. Only if you win the lottery.
Only if.
Right. And have you been hopscotching around on poop coins to mine too? With your GPUs, or are you just like laying them steady?
I'm just laying them steady.
Like what?
Laying steady pipe.
Yeah, pretty much what I think I came down to. It's like as long as within margin towards the top, you know, with what I'm mining, I'm okay with it. Kind of nice to see that, like, some of these coins, like even Raven coins, actually becoming a little profitable for some GPUs. So that's got to make all the Raven coin miners actually kind of happy.
We hope so, yeah. I swear. Some of these things, man. Lost Silicon Maxi. Don't go to the light. I can't. It's so pretty.
And the goat of GPUs, you know, the 1080 the 1080 Ti, you know, that like it's actually kind of swinging pretty decent, you know, for old hardware, man. Like even if you were paying 11 cents a kilowatt hour,
Almost a silicon.
You could sit there be making like 10 cents of profit a day at 11 cents per kilowatt hour.
Jeez.
I mean, it's profit. It's on calor.
I mean, TechMate, you said you're getting what, a bunch of P106s earlier? Is that what you said?
That's like 1060, 1070 status, whatever. Right? I think so.
Mm-hmm. 19 GPU. Big board. Nice. You gonna build it before Panda does? I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, I have the motherboard to do it. I have one of the old school 19 slot board.
He said he's getting the B250 mining expert.
Yep, that's the same one I got. You need to have you need to have half AMD, and the AMDs have to be plugged in first. Then NVIDIA on the back half of the board. Pro tip. There's like instructions on how to even in the booklet on how to orientate it, even if you don't have enough to populate the whole board. But yeah, they need to be the last ones. Yes, you do it in the M.2 slot, and you can put the 20th one in. It is a little finicky whenever you do that, though. So, it's not. It doesn't stable boot. Well, the P106s are still NVIDIA. As soon as you go over a certain number of NVIDIA's on the B250 motherboard, it starts acting wonky. Like 11 and 12 get really sketchy. Like again, like you start getting you stop getting stable boots with it. You absolutely need to have AMD cards on there. I don't know if the P106s like are good enough for it because they're mining specific, but they were designed to have AMD population on it. So you could sit there and populate the whole board with AMD and it's fine. Cause like I had mine running with 13 GPUs, and anytime I had to like reboot it for whatever freaking reason, whether I was like, cleaning the rig from dust or whatever, and then I'm fighting it for like 45 minutes to get it to boot with all the cards. Because I was running with nothing but NVIDIA. That B250 pissed me off. That's when I was like, I think that's when I finally made the decision. I was like, I'm not building more than 8 card GPUs. I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous.
It doesn't really make sense either anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to play around with, but yeah, no.
If you want to play around with it all the time.
Yeah. Because, like, Red Panda's done it before. He's got a B250 mining motherboard.
I don't think he got past, like, 15 cards. Something like that.
I thought, no, I think he missed it by, like, 2. think that's what it was. But yeah, you got it has to be hot and heavy freaking AMD. It works better if you have pure AMD on it. AMD drivers just work better with a huge layout. NVIDIA drivers, like they get cross communication problems. There's huge differences between the AMD and NVIDIA drivers, and why you would want to prefer one application over the other. It's like, yeah, you get better hash rate on NVIDIA, but whenever you want to do a giant build out, AMD's got your back. I think that was like, I think what clued me in on it, I don't know about you, Mikkel, but whenever we had the 1660 Ti's, and I was watching how the drivers were playing with that one particular card, and how I can get the fan control on there, but I would lose fan control on another GPU on the same rig. And they were all 1070s, but the moment I put the 1660 Ti onto my 1080 Ti rig, problem fixed. Because the drivers were different. And that's when I was like, this thing is fucking using like a weird 1070 Ti driver set. It's like a modified version, and it's playing with my 1070 rig. It was hilarious. It was like, it blew my mind whenever I started whenever I started paying attention. Like, I didn't notice it right at first until like a day later. I'm like, why is that card all overheating? Linux will be friendlier to you with this tech, man. Windows is going to give you a hard time at about 14, maybe 15 GPUs. Linux will allow you to break that barrier. Linux is probably the only way to do it. Because, like, natively, Linux can hold up to 16 GPUs natively, where Windows, I think, is like, I want to say 11 natively. I mean, there are ways to make it work, you know, but so note that whenever you get above its native limit, that you're going to be introducing some unexpected anomalies from time to time. It's usually boot up problems. Like, you'll boot it up and you'll be missing like 3 of the GPUs or something like that, and you got to reboot it.
Yeah, that'll be the most common thing.
Yeah.
Not everything initializing.
Yep. Because it has to do it within a certain time limit, and if it times out, reboot. Like, reboot until it starts hashing. Running 20 cards to 700 to 800 watts. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But we are at that 1 hour mark. Hopefully it doesn't rain anymore and I can get more of my gardening done. Oh, so much gardening. Oh man, how's the storms been by you, dude? Man, I've been seeing like some
Today's
people.
been pretty wild.
Yeah, dude, man, I watched
We're
this
getting
guy
some
on
crazy
YouTube.
storms out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude, I've been watching this guy on YouTube, Ryan Hall Y'all, and like he's had his own like crew that's been out in your area tornado chasing.
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I was like, God, there was like one that I saw. They're like confirmed tornado had touched down. It was like south of you. I'm like, oh, thank God, it's not. He has nothing to worry about. It's really far away.
Today was pretty wild. We had storms come out of pretty much nowhere uh, today, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think it's finally stopped raining. It's super dark out, so doesn't sound like it's raining. So.
Is this all because of the eclipse now?
I'm sure. I'm sure it is. It's the eclipse's fault.
Right. Like you should have like a partial eclipse where you're at, right?
No, it has to be like the southern eastern corner of Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. I knew Oklahoma was like partially in there. I just didn't know if
we
it
were
by you.
Closer at first, but now it's not gonna really touch us. So.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's alright.
I saw the last one. I wasn't like me and the wife were not like perfectly lined up to it, but I mean it was damn fucking close enough to me. I mean it was pretty cool. Like we're sitting there driving back from like a music festival, and like as we were driving, it's like 7 or 8 in the morning, and it goes from sunny and we're driving, and all of a sudden it starts looking like it's dusk out. I'm like, oh babe, I think it's happening. We pulled over in the middle of this country road in the middle of nowhere to look up at the sky.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was pretty cool experience. You guys ever had? I know the wife's kids like going out to Ohio to go see the eclipse.
Nice. Here's some kids getting in trouble.
Oh.
You're welcome in Austin. I'll be grilling. Oh, snaps.
I haven't been out that way in a hot minute.
Eclipse ribs. All right.
Yeah, that sounds
pretty yummy.
Right?
Scrimdiddlyocious.
And talking about ribs, man, the wife made some ribs like right before we were live streaming, so I didn't get a chance to eat any of it.
Go get some. It's time to go anyway.
I know. That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, we're talking about ribs, and I fucking got some ribs, and I want to.
What's up, Gundy?
want to eat some of that stuff.
All right, man. Well, let's roll out of here. Redirect to set up for jump change in the boys. So
You
they'll all
already
get
did?
pushed over there.
Oh,
Yep, it's already
right.
done
Nice.
and taken care of. So
it hits Chicago, doesn't it? Like a little bit, like
just a tip.
yeah, you only get like a little bit of it. It's not, you're not in a direct enough of a path. Slow cook them delicious racks. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it, man. You should be able to pull the rib bone out of the rack and the meat stay intact. I mean that's a good rib, man. I'm just saying.
It's great rib.
Oh my god, yeah. Then it depends on what kind of a rub you're gonna put on it too, man. I mean, if you put the wrong rub on it, I mean, it just doesn't work. It's got to be like the right rub, and if you're gonna do a good dry rub, man, you also got to have like a homemade barbecue sauce.
Yum yum, get you some.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right, man. Well, let's head out of here, and you can get you some ribs.
I'm gonna give you some ribs, and hopefully the eclipse is not an apocalyptic event. Hopefully we won't have World War III nukes everywhere and the sun exploding on us. You know, it's all that cool stuff all happening in one. So with that being said, guys.
Facts.
Like never dry rub, tech man. Get out of here with that.
No problem. Thank you, Sadie. Have a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll
Thank you.
On the flip side.
Hell yeah, brother. Peace out. Stay savage. May your watts be low and your hash be high. We'll see you on the next one. Yo.
Later.